The Granny Square playlist is one of the most watched playlists on my channel, and I just realized there that I don't have a tutorial for the solid Granny Square on it at all. And this is as far as the Irish weather allowed me to do the intro outside. After many falls of the tripod and camera, I gave up and came inside. So these are solid Granny Squares. As you can see, there are none of those granny stitches over groups of 3 or 4, except well in the beginning. When I make a tutorial, most of the time I show only one way to do it, so as not to confuse people. But this is a super basic one, so I'm giving some examples of the different ways of how to start and how to go from one round to another and how to do the corner and so on. So let's start. I'll first make a start using a few chains and then with magic circle. For starting with the chain, I make a loose slip knot. Mostly that's what I use nowadays, instead of having a sort of a knot that gets here when you tighten it. And this counts as a stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 would be enough. And then I join it with a slip stitch, and we will tighten this later. And from here now I could start making the stitches and going into this hair ring. However, I'm not going to use this time, so I start again with a magic ring, doing it the easiest way that I find. So you just wrap the yarn round your index finger once, take the yarn and get a stitch and chain 1. And this also, you could tighten it a little bit in the beginning even. And now here with the first version, I'll chain 3, but we look at different ways of doing the first bit in a minute. And then 2 double crochets. And I'm using American crochet turns. Now I know that some people prefer to do 4 in the beginning. For my way of crocheting, if I was to do that, it would there would be too many stitches here and it would sort of start going floppy like that. Because if you have 4 here in the beginning, it means that right along when we increase, you will always have 1 more than when you just have 3. In the corners, you could have 1, 2, or 3 chains, depending on how clearly you want these here holes to show. I find that if you just have 1, it gets a bit tight because you have to get 4 stitches into it, but it's possible to do. And 3 of course gives you a bigger hole. For this one I will use 2. So you chain 2, and this is just the same as starting any granny square. 3 double crochets, chain 2. I'll tighten this a bit more again. There, and 3 double crochets. By the way, if I'm going too fast or too slow, remember that you can speed up or slow down a video very easily. 2, again tighten a bit, and 3 more. And for the corner and starting a new round, there are several different ways. But in all of them you either need to have 2 chains or replace them with something. And here what I'll do, I'll make a half double crochet to replace them. And go into that there, stitch the top one of the 3 chains that we started with, and make a half double crochet here. And then I can tighten the magic ring more. Depends how tight you want it to be. And then to start the next round, again different possibilities. You could just chain 3, and I'll do that later, but here I'll do the stacked stitch because then you don't see any chains there. First a single crochet into the space, and then you need a second single crochet. Now many people would take this here loop, the this here loop right in front of you for that. I prefer doing a slightly twisted stacked crochet because it looks more like a real double crochet. So you turn it slightly and then you take this here loop, the one closest to you, and you make a single crochet there. And now when you turn it back, it really looks like a double crochet. And then you need a second one in that same space. And then a double crochet into each stitch. The first one is at the top of the chain we had. And then the second one. And the third one. And for this side, you add 2. You simply always add 2 at the end of each side, like that. And then chain 2 and to make space. And then this one you start with 2 extra double crochets and have 1 in each stitch here. Those 3, and then again the next corner is exactly the same. So you always add 2 plus 2 and chain or chains in between. So I'll go to the end there now. Now I'm on the last side there, and then in that starting space also you add 2 double crochets. Now with this round I'll do the finishing and starting differently, so we see an alternative. Instead of the half double crochet that we used in that one, here I'll just chain 2 and I attach it to the top of the stacked stitch we did with a slip stitch. Now I would not use stacked stitches here that I'm already across there. I have to get in the middle there to start the next round. So here what I'll do, I'll chain 3. So that's another possibility. And in that case, I would use the same corner and go back there to have the second stitch there. So like that there. And then continue just the same. So this is very easy in that all you need to do is then always add 2 plus 2 in each of the corners. Like this. So now I'm in the next corner, chain 2 and the other 2 here as well. And so on. Now you would see somewhere that people make granny squares so that they change from one round to another in the middle here, in the middle of a side. It's not something that I would ever do, so I won't actually show it here. I have always found that changing the rounds in the corner is so much better and looks nicer. I'll go to the end now and then I'll show another different way of starting the next round. At the end of that round, and then I'll again finish with half double crochet there. And now for starting, I'll do the standing stitch. And the way you do it, you stretch the stitch you have to approximately the height of a double crochet, and then all the time you hold on tight here. So you press here so the stitch doesn't escape from there. And then you twist the hook round this way direction and continue the hook into the space, and from there you take the yarn, and now here you have just as if it was a double crochet, so you finish it off like a double crochet like that there, and then you do another one there and continue just as normal. So that's one there and so on. So you can select whichever of these different ways. So of course you would not use all the different ways on one square. I just showed them in one here. But now we are looking at one more, and that is when you change color here. This is the 2-color square I showed earlier. And here you can use it different ways just as well, but I find this the easiest to change color is that when you are in the corner, you finish it off. And here I would not take the new color like you normally would with the last stage of the stitch. Instead, I finish it off here and then take the other color. Now, I have been running these just on the outside here from one round to the next. You wouldn't do that if there's a possibility that the back side would show. You could either cut the yarns or you could hide it by twisting it into the stitches as they go upwards there. But here now, just for this here sample. And then here, wherever the different color is, then you start here and chain 3, tightening that there. Where is it? There. And with this sort of going backwards there into that there corner. And then continuing normally. So this would be my favorite way of changing colors, but you can equally well do it by starting using any of these here ways that we had. So this is one more granny square video to my granny square playlist that is in here. So you can check out the different ones that there is. Like, have you tried the spiral color change one? And there are many different ways of joining the squares. Either join as you go or after they are finished. So check those out. Until next time.